one main thing that got Saul. The difference between David had done some crazy sins. He had done some crazy sins. I mean, murder, adultery, it was top of the list. But you see, as soon as Nathan came and he began to speak to David, and he said, who is that man? And he said, that man is you, David. He dropped to his knees and said, Lord, I confess this unto you. It said the Lord had already forgiven him. Now the difference is, it wasn't the action. The Lord doesn't look at so much of the action as much as the way. So we see now we have a way of ourselves or a way of God. So when we live in the ways of God, we make mistakes, and it could be, he made some big mistakes, but he was able to get back on God's way very quickly. So the Lord took it instantly. You see Esau. It said, Esau I hated, Jacob I loved. Really, hated there just means it loved less, because Esau didn't allow God to love him. So that's why it seemed like that. But you begin to find out that there's Esau, and you got Jacob, in that Jacob was loved, but he was a major deceiver, man. This guy had a lot of issues. Big issues, very big issues that Jacob did. So with those areas that begin to go on, you find out that when God's looking at it, he's forming the ways of God. Saul said, you see right there, I want to go back and worship the Lord. Samuel said, I'm not going back. He said, please honor me before the elders and the people. So his right there repentance wasn't true. You see how that worked? He went on to say, honor me before these people, not before God. But he still went back with them and still kept praying for him daily. And that's why the Lord had rejected him, not because the Lord wanted to. See, a lot of times the Lord only allowed that demon to torment Saul for him to run to the Lord. It was never, that's why he didn't kill him right away. David was like, Lord, when are you going to kill him? When are you going to take him out of my way? And you begin to find out that he didn't do it for a lot of years. That guy was anointed for 2 and 38 years, had run dealing with him. So the whole king. So literally he had that whole time, and God had that much mercy and grace to see if he would turn back. So we see a lot of times when you look at the heart of God, his heart is never to destroy, never to attack or torment. His heart is to pull people out from everything that they're going through.